Is your go-to for mulch, stone, sand, and specialty plants, and they're offering 50 to 70% off pavers and natural stone. Your dream landscape is just one stop away. Hurry in and save big, only at drumlandscapesupply.com.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
I want to see the kind of industries that are opening up.
This is Local Biz Now with Joe Vagnone, where your business matters. Local Biz Now.
You have to determine what is working, what isn't working.
Joe Vagnone is a respected business broker, helping individuals buy and sell businesses. Joe has successfully owned and operated many companies in a variety of industries. This is Local Biz Now, because your business matters.
Welcome to the #1 live talk business radio show in North Carolina, coming to you live from our unofficial Burner Cigar Studio, home of the finest premium cigars and cigar smokers in the world, located in Birkdale Village. I am Joe Vagnone, and you are listening to Local Biz Now, where we hope to inspire, inform, and entertain you, because that's what we do here at WSIC. This is Local Biz Now, where your business matters. This show has been live going on 12 years strong. We have interviewed well over 1,000 business owners and community leaders. Please subscribe to the Joe Vagnone Business Broker YouTube channel. Again, that's Joe Vagnone Business Broker YouTube channel. We are live on the book, live on the tubes, live on the X, and live on the chain. For those of you that don't know Joe Talk, that is Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X, live on LinkedIn or WSIC News, and we are wherever you get your podcasts. And as always, thank you for joining us. You're in for a treat this month. For this entire month, I offer you my dear friend and personal advisor and go-to gal, as Julie and I affectionately refer to as #1. Only on Local Biz Now, where your business matters. If you've ever listened to the show, you already know who I'm talking about. That's right. Welcome back, Sherré DeMao. Whenever Sherré joins us, we're not just having a conversation. We're getting a master's class in how to actually grow a business the right way. She's been one of our top returning voices for many years because she doesn't deal in theory. She works in real-world execution, scaling companies, fixing operational bottlenecks, and driving profitability, and helping businesses build something that actually lasts. Sherré is the founder and CEO of BizGrowth, Inc., an award-winning firm focused on helping companies achieve next-level scalability, stronger market positioning, and sustainable growth. She's strategic advisor and fractional COO to businesses across the country. She's been recognized as one of MSN's top 10 women trailblazers in her field. She also a Forbes Council thought leader, a national speaker, and the author of Me, Myself, and Inc., with a new edition dropping soon. Plus, more books on the way focusing on profitability and business agility. Bottom line, when Sherré DeMao shows up, you want to be paying attention, because there's going to be some takeaways you can use for your business immediately. I present to you with pride Sherré DeMao's BizGrowth, Inc. World of Economic Vitality. Sherré, the show's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Joe. My goodness. Miss you, bud. Really miss you, but glad to be here. Glad to take the reins for this month. Very excited to be here. Excited to bring the business owners that I'm going to be bringing all throughout the month. Something that I also want to do is thank Julie, thank Lauren, everyone on your team, thank everyone here at WSIC for making talk radio so impactful and meaningful, especially to our small business community here and abroad. Because I know, Joe, you're getting listeners from places you never expected, and that's pretty darn cool. So I want to share a little bit about what I planned for this month. I decided that I wanted to have a theme for each week that I'm going to be here. And so this week is all around taking, building businesses that are making lives better, making lives stronger, making lives with a higher vitality, not just economic vitality, but vitality in all aspects of who you are and how you want to be. So some of the future shows are going to focus on the value of philanthropy in business. There's going to be one about the value of using fractional level executives to help scale your business up. And then there's also going to be a show next week. We're going to talk to 2 different business owners related to how creating an exceptional customer experience sets the bar even higher compared to your competition. And I definitely know that who I have here today in the studio are definitely kind of all of the above. It's kind of interesting. And what's real exciting about today's show is I learned something new about one of our guests. And with us just coming off the Independence Day weekend and, united, as our wonderful United States of America and celebrating 250 years, it just seemed perfect when I found this quote by John Hancock. The greatest ability in business is to get along with others and to influence their actions. Now, that I thought couldn't be more perfect for who I have as guests today, and especially with my lead-in guest, Kari Warberg Block. Let me tell you a little bit about her. And the reason I was inspired to pull John Hancock is that she is, I think, a great 3X great niece of John Hancock. So how cool is that? So let me tell you a little bit about Kari. Kari is a 9-time serial entrepreneur, inventor, and champion of conscious change. As founder and executive chair of EarthKind, she turned a farm mom's frustration with mice into a global movement, inventing FreshCab, the world's first EPA-registered, bio-based, no-kill rodent repellent, now with over 60 million units sold. Not too shabby there. And I can attest to how fabulous FreshCab is, keeping those rodents away. Her book, Gathering Around the Table, Purpose-Driven Change Through Business, shares how values-driven decisions win. Her journey is now an award-winning entrepreneurial case study taught in universities worldwide, titled Building a Business from Nature, Proof that Our State of Mind and Heart Can Change the World. Kari has received numerous awards, including Ernest Young's Winning Woman and Ernest Young Entrepreneurial Winner of the Year, SBA's National Award winner, and recently a Purpose Award recipient from Altar Call because of her game-changing, world-changing purpose. So what I want to do is just quickly have you tell us, if we've got just a couple 30 seconds or so, what's it feel like being a founding father, beneficiary? My goodness.
Well, it's pretty grounding, especially coming off this weekend where 250 years has been celebrated since the signing. I grew up as a little girl reading the family Bible, which was his Bible, and so the thoughts like you read, I got to see those things and talk to my family about the importance of making change and standing up for what we believe in, regardless of the challenges and the crisis and the difficulties, because they all risked their life.
Oh, yeah, they did. And they were changing the way things were done forevermore.
Absolutely.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
12 years strong, Joe Vagnone is still delivering the conversations that count. More local Biz Now after the break, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, kicking off a new work week, sunburned and tired. Means you celebrated America the right way, and still hot, too. Temperatures for our Monday afternoon climbing back into the mid-90s. Scattered showers and storms for the afternoon and evening. With 70s overnight, it stays hot, but the heat does back down a little bit. Temperatures right around 90 for the middle of the week. That's your forecast from the Surf, Pickleball, and Kitchen. I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers.
The change of seasons is tough on your system. Dust, wear, and cold snaps test its strength. Let Horn Heating and Air Conditioning prep your home before the holidays, so your heat will be ready when you need it most. Fall into the season of ah. Visit hornhvac.com, where your comfort is our business.
Summer is in full swing, and there's no shortage of ways to enjoy it around Lake Norman. Here is your WSIC community calendar. The key to a long weekend is to start on Thursday. This Thursday night, head to Langtree Live at 401 Langtree Road in Mooresville for a free evening of live music. This week's featured band is Pluto for Planet, playing a little bit of everything from 6:30 until 9 p.m. Bring a chair, grab dinner from one of the nearby restaurants, and enjoy a great summer evening. For the full concert schedule, visit LangtreeLKN.com. Then, on Friday, July 10th, it's another night of free music at Rock the Park in Liberty Park, downtown Mooresville. The Legacy Motown Review takes the stage at 6:30 p.m., bringing the timeless sounds of Motown with hits from The Temptations, The Four Tops, The Jacksons, Earth, Wind & Fire, and more. Plus, enjoy America 250 patriotic activities and local vendors. Find the full summer concert lineup at mooresvilleevents.com. Looking to cool off? Iredell County Parks and Recreation is hosting its Summer Splash Kickoff on Friday, July 10th from 5 until 8 p.m. at 123 Grannis Lane in Statesville. Enjoy water bouncers, the Recreation Center pool, music, food trucks, ices, and more. Pool admission is just $3, but pre-registration is required. Visit iredellcountync.gov for details. And Friday night, don't miss Movies in the Park in Huntersville. Head to Richard Berry Park, located at 13707 Beatties Ford Road, for a free showing of Hoppers, rated PG. Arrive early for games, raffles, activities, and free popcorn before the movie begins at dusk. Learn more at huntersville.org. Every weekend can be a long weekend. For concerts, outdoor movies, community events, and more, visit liveworkplaylkn.com. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
12 years of conversations, thousands of insights, and one truth: your business matters. This is Local Biz Now, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
All right. If you're serious about growing your business, lean in right now, because this is one of those segments you don't want to miss. Only on Local Biz Now, where your business matters. You've heard her before, one of our absolute top returning hosts. And every time she joins us, she raises the bar on how you think about scaling, profitability, and running a smarter operation. I am proud to say Sherré DeMao is back, founder and CEO of BizGrowth, Inc., fractional COO to companies across the country, Forbes Council thought leader, and recognized by MSN as one of the top 10 women trailblazers in her industry. She's in the trenches with business owners every day, fixing what's broken, building what works, and helping companies grow with intention, not chaos. So get ready, because you're about to get a real strategy, real insight, and real world perspective you can actually use starting today. It's with great pride I present to you number one, Sherré DeMao. Sherré, the mic's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks so much. And it just seems very fitting that we have two guests here today that have truly disrupted the way things are being approached in both of their industries. And we were talking to Kari before the break as a founding great niece of one of our founding fathers. So what inspired you to focus on plant-based, non-toxic pest control solutions? I mean, everyone thinks about that bottle of Raid and let's just get rid of it, right? So what inspired you to, focus on non-toxic?
Well, I had a terrible problem with mice on the farm. I didn't want to use a poison around my kids and my pets.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there's got to be a better way. And it turns out there was. I just had to invent it.
You just had to invent it. So tell us more. So how did you go about creating this product? I'm sure that you had to do a lot of research. Tell us a little bit more about how you created this first product.
Yeah, so I learned that 98% of everything sold was kill or poison.
Wow.
And that was something that I didn't want to do. So I called all the companies. Nobody had anything that would be safe and effective.
Mm-hmm.
So I started down the journey. I didn't know anything, but I did grow up with an entomologist. So that gave me some tips and observational skills. And today it's more like 85% as a result of the inventions and bringing the product out to market.
Well, and it's interesting you say that because your vision is that EarthKind can be the catalyst for shifting the pest control industry from toxic kill solutions to non-toxic plant-based. And your hope was that this would go from 98% to kill to 98% non-kill, and non-toxic by 2040. And so you just said that now you've moved the needle, your influence has moved the needle 85%. So that's a 13% increase in non-toxic being used, which is fantastic. How has that, now that we know that the needle has moved, what do you believe will be the greatest benefit of this being realized?
Well, the greatest benefit is you think we've sold 60 million units. People that have used that product go, oh, this is a better way.
Mm-hmm.
So you almost have to do them one by one, and it takes a lot of time. And 2040 seems like a long ways off, but it really, really isn't. A lot of time off. And I wasn't an advocate kind of a person, like a talker. I was like, I got to do this in a practical way that people want to make this change.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to see something work before they know that it's going to work and that it's worth the change for them. So getting the product into the hands of people was a way to do it. But I basically collaborated, like you shared with John Hancock in his quote. It was working with universities, working with state and federal policymakers, working with farmers, working with the retailers, because we had to find a way we had to change policy. We had to make sure that people even wanted the option. Most people just wanted to kill at that point.
Right, and because that's the only thing that they knew what to do.
So I had to show them the math,
yes,
like the policymakers, and show them the path and basically build out, like architect a path forward
right
for the industry. And then we did open innovation too, so that we weren't the only one to do a pouch that could repel. So I knew to make that much change, there needs to be dozens of us in the market.
Oh, right. Competition can be a very good thing. Absolutely. So as other competitors have entered the non-toxic market, how does the EPA accreditation set EarthKind products apart? And I think it's really important for people to understand that you were the first to ever get give us a little history around that, because it didn't even exist before you, correct?
Yeah, most people have no idea that a natural product can work, right? Because we've been led to believe that it's the only good pest is a dead pest. So the task really was, I wanted a product that could meet federal EPA standards, which is a gold standard, and it could be used by professionals. And that could truly create change if professionals are getting this out. It didn't turn out that way. They weren't as excited about it as the moms of us out there were. But there is no other brand that has met that same level of that gold standard. Because it's incredibly difficult to do. The science is very complex. The science of natural formulations is more complex than something that's predictable in a chemical.
So you had to jump through a lot of hoops to even get this first designation. What's the most significant hoop you had to overcome that could have stopped anyone, but it didn't stop you?
Well, it started with not being an entomologist.
Yeah.
Being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
None of those things had been done before. And then taking a botanical product and then making it available for professional use. That had never been done before.
Right.
So there really wasn't any one big thing. Getting the EPA registration was a big thing, because then we were automatically accepted in all 50 states, because our products still have to be registered in all 50 states.
Right, and having the Environmental Protection Agency behind that product is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and to not have a PhD, that was new.
Yeah, just goes to show nothing can stop someone who's determined, right?
Absolutely.
So why is prevention a better pest control method over killing pests?
Well, you've heard the old adage of don't treat the symptom, treat the actual cause of what's going on.
Right.
And with pests, they are drawn to certain environments. And so reading those signals is really an effective way to get ahead of it and think more preventive, which our products fall into the classification of preventive.
Yeah.
They repel the pests, but they also prevent the pests from coming into the environment.
And that's the real critical factor there is it's used over a regular period of time. You're preventing them from being where and keeping them where else they can be without harming anyone in the process.
Yeah. Well, you think about it. If you use a poison and you kill a pest, another one's just going to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. So what EarthKind did is we came out into the market and we educated as well as offering a solution for prevention.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So people were really excited once they saw that it worked and realized they weren't having to beat their head against the wall over and over and over again.
Well, and I've definitely experienced it working firsthand, so I'm just blown away by it. Yeah, I really am. And so what are some assumptions being made in the pest control industry that guides consumer behavior that needs to be shifted?
Well, we've been sold a war mentality. You know, you see a pest, kill a pest. It's become a first response to just kill first. So my work as the chair now and the inventor of the products is to change that to a prevent first.
Yes. What are the different pests that EarthKind products focuses upon, and what are the different, and why is this important? You mentioned rodents, but I think you cover other things. So
yeah. Our top-rated product is a rodent repellent, and it's like a little sachet like this. You just toss it down, and they stay away. And we also have products for mosquitoes. This is fantastic.
It is incredible.
It's CDC reviewed for pregnant women and children. So all of our products solve a problem of the most toxic solutions used in the home. That's where we went.
Yeah.
Rodents, the number of animals that die and kids that get exposed is really scary. But
I think that would be my biggest concern. Yeah.
Spiders is another one. Our products, we do really well with a spider repellent. It's an incredible product. 98% of homes have a spider in them.
Right. And so where are all the best places that you can say for people around here that spider repellent would be very useful?
Yes. Well, North Carolina is the #1 state for spider infestations.
Wow.
Believe it or not. Yeah, there's more spiders here than anywhere because the conditions are right for it. But spiders like to lie in wait and come in for, dormer rooms, bedrooms, guest rooms are really popular. You don't want them in your guest room. Patios, boat docks.
Boats and boat stocks. Yeah, I remember us talking about that as well. Yeah, so you don't have to clear those cobwebs away. You just keep them away.
We also treat moths, cockroaches, and ants.
Oh, that's great to know.
And they're all indoor use, placed anywhere where you want to prevent them from coming in.
So where can they find these EarthKind products?
So you can go to our website, earthkind.com. We have a store locator on there. We're in about 35,000 stores nationwide. Hardware stores, farm stores, O'Reilly's stores.
That's great. That's excellent. Well, I as someone who's not only a customer but a real believer in natural solutions and being an organic eater and everything else, it's just really great to see these products out there.
Well, thank you.
Biz Now after the break, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, kicking off a new work week, sunburned and tired. We just celebrated America the right way and still hot too. Temperatures for our Monday afternoon, climbing back into the mid-90s. Scattered showers and storms for the afternoon and evening. With 70s overnight, it stays hot, but the heat does back down a little bit. Temperatures right around 90 for the middle of the week. That's your forecast. From the Surf, Pickleball, and Kitchen, I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hi, This is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
This is Sheriff Darren Campbell with the Iredell County Sheriff's Office. Every day, scammers are targeting people right here in our community through phone calls, emails, and text messages, trying to steal your money, your personal information, and even your identity. If someone calls claiming to be from a government, a bank, or even law enforcement demanding money or personal details, stop and think. Legitimate organizations will never ask for gift cards, wire transfers, or your passwords over the phone or email. If something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Hang up, don't click that link, and never share personal information with someone you don't trust. At the Iredell County Sheriff's Office, we're working to protect our community, and we're proud to partner with WSIC because local starts here, and keeping you informed keeps you safe. Stay alert, stay smart, and don't fall for a scam.
Life can feel overwhelming. Anxiety, depression, grief, trauma. Quick fixes just don't cut it. At the Kohler Group, our licensed faith-based therapists provide care for your whole self, mind, body, and spirit. Healing isn't surface level. It's real, lasting, and centered in God. We accept multiple major insurance carriers and self-pay options, so you can focus on recovery, not paperwork. Take the first step today. Call or text 252-758-8636. Because with God, all things are possible.
No one should face an empty plate, especially in our own backyard. At Angels and Sparrows, we are feeding families, fueling futures, and fighting poverty every day. But we can't do it without you. Help us keep our plates full. Join our full plate fundraiser at angelsandsparrows.org.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Christian Dior's stock is down, but the fashion giant may not care as it beat out rival Chanel to dress Taylor Swift for her holiday weekend wedding. Travis Kelce also wore Dior, handing the label an edge in its intensifying rivalry with Chanel for fashion's most coveted celebrity endorsements. No photos have yet emerged from the tightly controlled Madison Square Garden celebration. AI takes Hollywood. AI-generated actor Tilly Norwood is set to make her big screen debut starring in the film Misaligned. UK-based Particle 6 says today that it's begun developing the film. Norwood was unveiled to the public just last year, with real actors, of course, not so crazy about it. Just before the close on Wall Street, things are still looking good. The Dow is up about 0.2%, while the S&P inches close to 1% higher. The tech-heavy NASDAQ is surging, looking like it will close up 1.3% higher to end the day. Matt Piper, Bloomberg Radio.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
12 years of conversations, thousands of insights, and one truth: your business matters. This is Local Biz Now, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Okay, if you're serious about growing your business, lean in right now, because this is one of those segments you don't want to miss. Only on Local Biz Now, where your business matters. You've heard her before, one of our absolute top returning hosts. And every time she joins us, she raises the bar on how you think about scaling, profitability, and running a smarter operation. I am proud to say Sherré DeMao is back. Founder and CEO of BizGrowth, Inc., fractional COO to companies across the country, Forbes Council thought leader, and recognized by MSN as one of the top 10 women trailblazers in her industry. She is in the trenches with business owners every day, fixing what's broken, building what works, and helping companies grow with intention, not chaos. So get ready, because you're about to get real strategies, real insight, real world perspective you can actually use starting today. It's with great pride I present to you number one, Sherré DeMao. Sherré, the mic is all yours.
This is great. You know, what is exciting about today's topic is any business owner that's listening right now, a healthier you means a healthier business. A healthier you means better decisions. A healthier you means that you are leading by example, not by just your words. And so I'm real excited to share and introduce to you Dr. Lexi Lain, who is also, by the way, my naturopathic doctor. So I can speak firsthand by her brilliance. And she's a naturopathic physician, speaker, and founder of Spark Vitality and E10 Academy. She helps busy professionals, business leaders, and organizations build the energy, resilience, and healthy habits needed to thrive at work and at home. With a doctorate in naturopathic medicine and a bachelor's degree in biology, we've got another geek on here. A nationally sought-after speaker and creator of the Spark Society community, Dr. Lexi is passionate about how nutrition, movement, stress resilience, and purpose work together to improve energy, mental clarity, and long-term well-being. She believes healthy people make for stronger leaders, families, and communities, and I could not agree more. Welcome, 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 Dr. Lexi.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what inspired you to focus on naturopathic medicine for healthcare as your specialty?
Most of us, we land in the field through experience. And so I was just starting my undergraduate degree and probably 4 weeks into school as a freshman, and some weird things start happening. And essentially, my body starts to take a turn to the left. And what I mean is I was getting sick. Mm-hmm. And so through a series of tests and doctors going, we don't know what's wrong with you, but we're going to give you this really strong antibiotic and you see what happens. And anyway, so I was given the wrong medication, misdiagnosis, and then what triggered Stevens-Johnson syndrome, which is an adverse drug reaction. It can be lethal, and if you Google Stevens-Johnson syndrome and just Google images, it's not pretty. So I called mom and said, hey, I'm sick. You need to fly me home. And she's like, are you really that sick? And I'm like, actually, yeah, this time I really am. So anyway, she flew me home, and I would say that this person was an angel. This is how I describe this man, because I don't remember his name, and he's not there anymore. But he was this old German man who looked kind of like a Santa Claus, but he did what I would say quantum physics meets medicine, and I was better in 2 weeks. And I said, whatever that is, that's what I want to do. And going back to my undergraduate, I also fell in love with nutrition. And I'm like, I want to do nutrition. And my mom's like, you got to be a doctor. And so the combination of that experience of being sick and my eyes being opened to a whole field of medicine that I didn't even know really existed. Mom was a chiropractor, so it was in our home, to eat healthy and drink water and things like that. But it didn't really register until I had this hand-to-hand personal scary moment in my own life. So that's what led me to naturopathic medicine in the field.
So naturopathic medicine, why do you think it's becoming more readily embraced by individuals compared to previous decades? Because it's definitely so much more sought out.
Yes. So two things I think with that is during COVID, I think that a lot of people lost trust in the medical field. So there was that. And then also the noise of social media. We have information coming at us so fast and so loud. And that really put the functional medicine and integrative medicine looking for alternatives. People during the pandemic were seeking alternatives and really taking ownership to how to take care of themselves. That may not be everybody, but that certainly magnified the wave,
right?
And caught on, and people started waking up to it. And then the noise of glyphosate and the gut health and all the things like food dyes. And so people are waking up into the fact that our environment is a major contributing factor to our health or the detriment of our health. And we can thank social media for the noise and the information, but
it can be overwhelming.
It can be really overwhelming. But that is why it's really become more apparent today.
So something I really appreciate about you is that you are, a lot of medical healthcare focuses on being evidence-based, which is very important, right? You are also very evidence-based. So everything you do is based on studies, research, knowing what works, what doesn't on a natural level for your body, whether it's supplements or whether it's just eating whole, organic, clean food, right? So You also focus on immediate health and wellness practice as well as overlong longevity. And of course, you know I want to live to be 123, so
Yes.
that's why I've got you in my court. But at any rate, talk a little bit more about this being a way of being and not just something that people are doing.
Oh, okay. That's a really great question. So first of all, back to your evidence-based, I think that is a misconception, is that what we do is not evidence-based. There's actually a lot of research behind plant-based medicine, and a lot of our pharmaceuticals today came from our knowledge of what is happening in the plant kingdom, and then they will take a chemical property of that plant and take it to a lab and then make it something alien so that they can patent it, right? You can't patent what's happening in nature. And also the body loves what's happening in nature, and it resonates better with that. But anyway, so what we do is science-backed. There is a lot of research there. And then in terms of the longevity aspect, I think the part of your question where science meeting philosophy and, yes, follow nature's laws. If we can stay to the farm, like Kari's talking about, and a farm that is organic and trying to be herbicide and pesticide free as much as possible, our bodies are as much a part of this earth as the plant kingdom and the other animals in the animal kingdom. So we resonate. So, there's this synergy. And when we can follow that, then we will be a much healthier person. And there's research behind even plugging into the forest to calm the nervous system down. When you see real plants, even a picture of landscape in an office space, your stress levels actually are decreased because you can connect and see that nature. So there's science behind that too, but it is definitely a philosophy as well.
Can you share any surprising data or assumptions people are making about health, wellness, and vitality that related to more natural solutions versus chemical solutions?
So when you sent over that question, I was like, oh man, so
it's a loaded question.
It is a loaded question, and the first thing I'll say is just because you're taking a pill for something and your values are seemingly normal. So I'll use diabetes type 2, for example, is I'll have conversations with someone with type 2 diabetes. Oh, well, my diabetes is better now. Well, it's not, because you're taking a medication that's controlling that diabetes and you're still snarfing all of that processed sugar. So that's why we're going to have to increase your diabetic medication, increase your insulin. And if you keep continuing to ignore, amputations will happen, you will go blind, and your brain's going to be tanked. So pills, even in the natural form, FYI, just because you're taking a bunch of supplements, just because you're taking your peptides and your hormone replacement therapy, yes, it may help you, but those foundations still need to be in place. You don't get to take your HRTs and peptides and then go have a bender on 4th of July.
Right.
It's really important to remember that we still have to eat well. We still have to move our bodies.
Food is our medicine. Food can be our medicine, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so you can take all your vitamins and they will certainly serve you, but being really intentional behind that, I think that's the misconception, is that we're so sold on take a pill for that, even in the natural world, and we're forgetting that, wait a minute, my actions really do matter, and that's food is medicine, movement is life, get your body moving, and your mindset does matter.
Yeah, it does. And we'll talk a little bit after this break around the whole aspect of stress and how managing stress is probably one of the number one things you can do and ways you can do it.
As business owners, for sure. But yes, absolutely. We all can identify with that.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I so appreciate you being here, and I can't wait to learn a little bit more about stress relief beyond looking at landscapes.
12 years strong, Joe Vagnone is still delivering the conversations that count. More Local Biz Now after the break, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, kicking off a new work week, sunburned and tired. Means you celebrated America the right way, and still hot, too. Temperatures for our Monday afternoon climbing back into the mid-90s. Scattered showers and storms for the afternoon and evening. With 70s overnight, it stays hot, but the heat does back down a little bit. Temperatures right around 90 for the middle of the week. That's your forecast. From the Surf, Pickleball, and Kitchen, I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers.
Summer is in full swing, and there's no shortage of ways to enjoy it around Lake Norman. Here is your WSIC community calendar. The key to a long weekend is to start on Thursday. This Thursday night, head to Langtree Live at 401 Langtree Road in Mooresville for a free evening of live music. This week's featured band is Pluto for Planet, playing a little bit of everything from 6:30 until 9 p.m. Bring a chair, grab dinner from one of the nearby restaurants, and enjoy a great summer evening. For the full concert schedule, visit LangtreeLKN.com. Then, on Friday, July 10th, it's another night of free music at Rock the Park in Liberty Park, downtown Mooresville. The Legacy Motown Review takes the stage at 6:30 p.m., bringing the timeless sounds of Motown with hits from The Temptations, The Four Tops, The Jacksons, Earth, Wind & Fire, and more. Plus, enjoy America 250 patriotic activities and local vendors. Find the full summer concert lineup at mooresvilleevents.com. Looking to cool off? Iredell County Parks and Recreation is hosting its Summer Splash Kickoff on Friday, July 10th from 5 until 8 p.m. at 123 Grannis Lane in Statesville. Enjoy water bouncers, the Recreation Center pool, music, food trucks, ices, and more. Pool admission is just $3, but pre-registration is required. Visit iredellcountync.gov for details. And Friday night, don't miss Movies in the Park in Huntersville. Head to Richard Berry Park, located at 13707 Beatties-Ford Road, for a free showing of Hoppers, rated PG. Arrive early for games, raffles, activities, and free popcorn before the movie begins at dusk. Learn more at huntersville.org. Every weekend can be a long weekend. For concerts, outdoor movies, community events, and more, visit liveworkplaylkn.com. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Spring has sprung, and so have the savings. Drum Landscape Supply is your go-to for mulch, stone, sand, and specialty plants. And they're offering 50 to 70% off pavers and natural stone. Your dream landscape is just one stop away. Hurry in and save big, only at drumlandscapesupply.com.
12 years of conversations, thousands of insights, and one truth: your business matters. This is Local Biz Now, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
And we're back. Don't go anywhere. This is Local Biz Now, where your business matters. And we've got one more great conversation lined up for you. Join us as Sherré DeMao, bringing fresh perspective, real-world experience, and insights every local business owner can use. Sherré, I am so proud to have you with us. Go ahead and finish up the show strong. The mic is all yours.
This is great. This is great. Well, so we left into the break with the power of stress on someone's health, right? Either negatively or positively. And even good stress can be stress, right? So talk to us a little bit about your SPARK methodology related to stress relief and just overall whole body wellness.
Yeah. Okay. So the Get Your Spark Back message came from just imagining being in a dark place or just super overwhelmed. And so we want to follow our light. Light is energy. And as leaders, we are lighting the path. So that's why I try to niche to leaders. But the SPARK is an acronym. So the S is about stress resilience. And actually, Joe Vagnone gave us this beautiful handout on the 10 little tips for stress management. So at part 9 here says stress can actually be an advantage from the upside of stress. So stress can sharpen focus, increase energy, and improve performance if you frame it correctly. So stress can be fuel, but we just have to know how to use it. And so it's not about living a stress-free life. It's really about how we're responding to it, how we're having that sharpen the tool. And then the P stands for people and practices. So those practices: nutrition, food is truly medicine, movement is life, and the people, that's why I created Steps with Dr. Lex, so that we can go on these trails and bringing people together. That's the Spark Society. And then A is for action. So I do want us to take action. This is a very proactive field in medicine. And attitude. So some people may say, oh man, I can't have that. And so sometimes when you don't think you can do something, let your will override that. So I will get better. I am determined to cleanse my body and be sugar-free.
Well, and you know what's interesting about action and attitude? Action plus attitude, you can almost add equals accountability.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, because that really is, because you do hold your clients accountable. You like, okay, how you doing there? But you also give grace, because again, stress is unavoidable, but how
right.
can you manage around it
Yes.
and through it, not feel like you have to get rid of it, because that's not going to happen.
That's right. Well, that's my letter K, which is kindness. Yeah. So letter R is responsibility. So own your stuff. You know, there is the person in the mirror, and I can lead you to the water, but I can't force you to drink.
Right.
So so we have to take some self-responsibility and in our own actions. And then the K is kindness, because yes, you're right. Every week I'm checking in on you and making sure that you're, making progress. What are your barriers? I'm all about, let's get real about what's keeping you from changing. But the letter K is to anchor into, the biggest act of love towards self is to take care of self.
Right.
And if you take care of self, then you turn and then you can give permission for others to take care of themselves. Same with the light and sharing of that light. So the spark is in relation to energy and light and what we shine as leaders.
So how can leaders, women leaders, find you related to you helping them get their spark back?
Dr. Lexi Lain is everywhere. So if you just Google my name, Lain, by the way, I'm on all socials, Dr. Lexi Lain, and then also drlexilain.com.
Oh, excellent. So now I'm going to open the mic up to both of you. And again, the theme was, keeping toxins out of work, out of life, out of everything. And, again, even stress can be toxic, right?
Yes.
So what are 3 things I want each of you to answer? What are 3 things anyone listening right now can do to create safer living and working conditions free from toxic exposures of any kind? Kari, I'll start with you.
Okay, first, adopt a prevention first mindset. Being proactive, having a plan versus reactive, which can create toxicity in our lives. Second, you can make a swap each week. Get a plan. I work with Dr. Lexi, for instance, so she helps me make swaps and things because I'm always working on my health. Third, become an informed consumer.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to read the labels. I teach that on my own socials. So I
Very
can
good.
help on the pesticides anyway.
Yeah, it sure does. And it's amazing how you can, those 3 could also apply to many other things, right? Dr. Lexi,
Sure.
what would be your 3?
Okay,
Your 3 things.
Sure. Number 1 is, as women, we forget to make time for ourselves and make time for self-care. So I'm going to really, really strongly encourage, get creative with your calendars and really start making time for your top priorities and needs. Like, what do you need right now? There's a quick little thing I teach: stop, breathe. What do I need?
Mm-hmm.
And however you answer the what do I need, honor that. Number 2 is, what would it look like if before a meeting you took 1 minute to have a breathing exercise and get everybody present for the meeting? Just 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
The research behind wasted time in meetings, you can afford 1 minute to bring everyone present. And that 1 minute is so powerful because we're calming the nervous system and getting us grounded. And then finally is, in terms of toxicity in the workplace, stop doing it alone. Hire experts to come in to help if there is friction in the workplace, but then within yourself, because that's what I'm about, working with the individual, but also teams, is the toxic mindset or the food that you are eating, but stop doing it alone. You don't have to go at this all by yourself. There is so much we can be doing together to support each other.
That's excellent. I think, as especially the business owners listening right now and in the future replays, stress is really, you're going to go, yeah. It's every day there's some kind of a stressor. And I've learned how powerful breathing is. Just taking that is, I don't think people realize how often you hold your breath. How
Yes.
often you don't breathe deep, you're very shallow breathing, and that has an impact on your brain's ability to function and to get that oxygen there, so you can make better decisions and you can think more clearly. So it's really, really powerful. Okay, so what has been, with the few minutes we have left, what has been the most exciting outcome you each have seen realized by the impact of your work? So I'll go back to you, Dr. Lexi. What has been an exciting outcome you've seen?
it's actually whenever I'm doing workshops in organizations and then I run into somebody in the community and they're like, you know what, you said this thing and it has stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it's all of these social media posts and things like that, the kind of impact that I may be making in people's lives, I just don't even realize.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere along the way, someone says, because you said this thing that really helped, that fuels the light.
Oh, it does. It does.
And then obviously seeing transformation out on those trails, you know.
Yeah.
We do the walking and the hiking and to see distances going from 4 miles to the 7 miles and not getting out of breath. It's just been a real joy to
It really is.
to see people living their best life.
Oh, I love that. Kari.
Well, for me, I started the business thinking it would be the 60 million poisonings that had been prevented, right, through the products. But the surprise came in when I heard from customers saying that we put your product on our counter because it saves marriages. Literally. This is during farming season, right, in the tractor stores, and there's not fights anymore over mice. And I had no idea that would make such a difference. And then becoming a top place to work.
Yeah.
That was something I didn't expect and I always wanted to do. But it made such a difference in the lives of people to go home happy, and they're healthier as a result. And then as a leader, what we do and how we show up, it has impact that is far greater and far more influence than we ever will know.
Now, I'd like you to each share one more time how you can be reached. So, Kari, how can they find your products?
So our products can be found at earthkind.com. There's a store locator. You can Google EarthKind too, find them that way on the socials also.
Wonderful. And Dr. Lexi?
Yes, so drlexilane.com or Dr. Lexi Lain at any social.
That's wonderful. So I want to thank both of you for being here and being a part of the show and helping business owners understand how they can live a healthier, more naturally inspired life and their people, because again, so many business owners are responsible for a team of people, right? And so sharing that, and then also I think what's really important to emphasize here with both of you is that you didn't follow the likely path. You followed the path that you were passionate about because you saw it being a better way and also a more natural way. And I think that is something to be commended by both of you. What, if you could just say one word, what would be a word that you would leave our listeners with in regard to ultimately what can be experienced by having a healthier, less toxic world?
Peace.
Peace.
Resilience.
Resilience. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I would add vitality because yours and economic vitality. How could I not add that
true.
As well? Yeah.
That's true. And spark vitality.
Yeah, spark vitality. There's a lot to be said for that as well. And marriage vitality, it sounds like too.
Mm-hmm.
Based on.
Yes.
So thank you again for being here. And thank you so much for being a part of the show. I look forward to what you bring to the table with your clients, with your consumers, and what your next big innovation will be as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Truly honored to be with you, rock stars.
And
Thank
you
you,
as
Sherré.
well. And you as well.
Great radio doesn't end here. Catch the full episode and dive or into our archives on the WSIC News app.
WSIC 105.9 FM, 100.7 FM, 1400 AM, Statesville, Lake Norman's home for local talk radio. WSIC, local starts here.